Yeah! Saturday morning. We're fired up.
Rocking out.
Just rocking out with our... Never mind. It's too early in the show to be talking inappropriate.
You cannot say that this early.
We got to wait about 5 minutes or so until the algorithm kicks in.
Yeah.
Morning, Love Wrestling. Good morning, friends. We'll be talking about Love Wrestling here shortly. They had themselves what I would call, or what we would call, a banger of a show last night.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple banger alerts last night.
Yes. Wait till Spencer starts cutting and chopping up those matches and editing them up. And then we're going to put our little faces right above it that say banger alert
And
for quite a few of those.
You'll hear Pluggo go, woo, woo, woo,
woo, woo. Hey, Swags, call my guy. What's up, buddy? Good morning. I never see Ryan on a Saturday morning. I wonder, he must be out. He must be getting ready for Notre Dame football today, baby.
Yeah, Ryan, college football's kicking off, and that's huge in the States, eh?
It is huge in the States. Like it's a big deal. They're kicking off today. It's weird, like, so you're from Canada. Now when they play football up in Canada, they play exclusively Canadian football rules, or do they play the American rules like in high school and college?
When I played football, it was Canadian rules.
Okay. That's what I would wonder, like Big Bad, the answer for LPW. His son played football, and I meant to ask him when he was on, because he came on and talked exclusively CFL football for us at one point. Mm-hmm. And I was curious of how that works, if they play the NFL style or they play all Canadian rules. But yeah, go Irish, damn right. Let's go. Let's get that W. They're in Ireland today. But we're not here, Blair. We are not here to talk about college football. That could be another show for another time.
I have nothing to contribute to that because I don't know anything about college football. Johnny Manziel? Is that a thing?
Oh, I love Johnny Manziel. Did you see that documentary they had on Netflix, The Untold? He's got a documentary out now on Netflix about his time at Texas A&M, and what a scene.
Okay, I was going to guess Texas A&M because I vaguely remember him, but that's about the extent of my college football knowledge. The Heisman Trophy. That's
I love. Yes, the Heisman Trophy is a thing. I loved Johnny Manziel. He was my favorite player back in the day. The money sign. If you scour the internet hard enough, you'll find a picture of me in a Texas A&M hoodie going like this, and just getting flamed for it. By the way, because I don't look like I look now.
I'm going to reach out to Mrs. Pluggo and see if she can send that our way.
I don't even know if she's seen it, but I will say this. I don't think the Twitter account exists anymore, but let's just say a Twitter account that made fun of people picked it up and it blew up.
Oh, okay.
Pluggo, Lord, not Johnny football.
Can you please track down that picture, please, Mrs. Pluggo?
Mrs. Pluggo. So Mrs. Pluggo does not pay attention to college football that much. And we were watching that documentary last week, and she just couldn't look away, and she just kept saying things like, what a D-bag this Johnny Manziel was. And I was like, yeah, he kind of was. Like, he was just the phenomenon. Oh, she's gonna put her FBI.
Hell yeah.
It's probably not that hard to find unless I ended up deleting it. I don't remember. I had diamond earrings in too.
Were you rocking the puka shell necklace?
Oh, no. I wasn't that cool.
Probably did it one day.
No, I've never had a puka shell necklace. Never. I can attest to that. Never had one, but I
my
definitely
neck
had
was always my neck was always too fat for one.
Yeah. Oh, and then we said Ryan saying, "Oh my lord, yeah, what a strong start! I didn't expect to go this route."
It's okay.
To start the show. What I wanted to say was that we're not here to talk about college football, but we're here to talk about independent professional wrestling that happened throughout the week and that is upcoming next week. Blair, you were at a show last night. How was that?
It was a lot of fun, but it was so hot in there. Like, it got to the point where it was uncomfortably hot, and I had to leave at that point. So there was still a match to go, and I just couldn't do it. I was dripping sweat. I felt like terrible. Like, I just didn't want to be there. And for me to want to leave a wrestling show, it's like,
right,
I'll watch a lot of wrestling, but when it's that hot, not a chance. So, it was
not
good.
Properly ventilated.
No, I think the AC was down, and like they had the doors open during intermission, and I was like, just leave those open and I will be here. I will watch your wrestling event.
But then they showed.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. I mean, Judas Icarus was there.
Nice.
I got a chance to chat with him. He was in a triple threat against Storm Grayson and James Roth. And I'm just going to put this out right now. You know, James Roth will be a big deal in Canadian wrestling. Just saying it.
I thought you were going to say the same thing about Storm Grayson. He's good. I like
Storm Grayson is good.
I like him a lot.
So I feel like Storm Grayson is already a name, but like same with Judas Icarus, because I mean he just had that banger with Kevin Blackwood at C4 last week. I was watching his match with Titus Alexander from the Defy show, and that was solid. So that was a lot of fun. But he was just a sweetheart. Everyone's at their merch tables during intermission, like selling stuff, and he's just walking around with his little hat on. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, Judas?" Just chatted with him.
Hell yeah! Morning, Bryce. What's up,
hey, Bryce.
dude? He said, "Morning, boys," with a lot of S's there.
And Bryce wasn't there last night, so just saying.
Oh, but that's awesome. A nice, like, fun little independent show. Can't go wrong. Then you said you met some other people?
Yeah, I chatted with LaFisto, and that was a lot of fun. She was very nice.
LaFisto rules.
Yeah, I've never been as overwhelmed at a merch table as I was hers, because I was like, yeah, can I get an autographed picture? She's like, sure. She's like, just pick one. And she has like a binder with like, there had to have been like 50 different pictures in there. And
yeah, I love it, but I hate that at the same time.
Yeah, because then you're sitting there like flipping through, picking, and I feel like that's overwhelming.
Yeah, just give me one or two options and I can just go that one.
Yeah, there's one. It was like, a scantily clad one, slightly revealing. I was like, I can't put this up in my house. Like, I appreciate it, but like, I can't,
Just like, sorry. I don't think the missus would approve, but
yeah. So instead, I got one of her covered in blood instead. So
yeah, there you go. There you go. I like that. There you go.
So she was very nice. Yeah, she was really nice. It was nice chatting with her. Just mentioned how much I enjoyed her match at IWS Guard for Life, where she tagged with PCP Manny, and it was good.
That match ruled. That was a fun time.
Bryce, I got so much fantasy booking coming out of that show. Like, just wait till we chat. Let me tell you. So.
So you're fantasy booking eight. Would you say XPW?
Yeah, WPW.
WPW. Where did I get the X from?
I don't know.
That's how my mind works in the mornings.
Yeah, and then came home and I got to check out some of the Love Wrestling show, and I know you held down for it. And
did not go to a show last night. I stayed in and watched me some LP Dub. Before we dive into the LPW, I definitely wanted to just kind of how my night went. I watched the SmackDown tribute to Bray and Terry Funk, and rest in peace to Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. That was a great way to open that show. So I had to talk about. I know that's not independent wrestling, but I have a feeling, especially on the Terry Funk side of things, that if you've wrestled independently, you've came across Terry Funk at one point or another in your travels. Yeah. So. Yeah, that was good. Did you see the opening of SmackDown?
I didn't. I saw some pictures and like some short clips,
definitely check it out. It was well done, very well done. WWE does a great job with those things in those tough situations. So yeah, we had LPW 18 hot tag, headlined by Zoe Sager, Travis Williams for the Grand Championship. But a lot went down. A lot went down last night. I want to say, by the way, shout out to the Love Pro Wrestling crew. They implemented some new camera angles last night. They did some new stuff. It was really cool to see like the tag match for the number one contendership, and they had that over the camera shot of Paralyrix looking them on, and lots of cool stuff they were trying last night. Good for them.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
I liked it too. Let's see. I gotta pull the card. Let me pull the card up here real quick. Yep, got it. We started out the night with I was like, what's that sound? My volume is up. We started off like we always do with the LPW Challenge Championship, Gigi Ray versus Son of Irish. And I gotta say, always a good time when you start off a show with Son of Irish, but when you add Gigi Ray to the mix, whew, those two had themselves a match, friends.
Yeah.
I know you said you were in late like the show, so you didn't see it. So I recommend you go back and you see that match right now, Blair. Not right now.
Are we spoiler alerting? Are we going to talk about finishes or?
I don't know. I mean, we can talk about the finishes. Why not? I don't see why not. I strongly suggest you go back and you watch the matches. But if you don't want me to spoil it, then you got to cover your ears. But
yeah, let's just say spoiler alert.
Ophelia is here for all the takes. Yeah, this is a spoiler alert, but this is us covering the show that was our show last night.
So I will chime in before you're about to spoil. Before each match, just say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Just in case.
Spoiler alert. This was a fun match. Now, Gigi Ray has come up short in the past. She had just had that 3 stages of hell last month. She gets an opportunity at the Challenge Championship, and we'll just say, spoiler alert, Son of Irish is in still. But it was hard fought. It was a good one. It was a good match. These two, you could watch them all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Ophelia was in the house for this thing, by the way.
Yeah.
So, Ophelia always got that good seats. She told TFA, she always does my dirty work for me and tells TFA that we said hi.
Son of Irish is like he has really cemented himself as like must-see TV for Love Wrestling. Like every month he's putting on a banger of a match, always delivering, and it's like we talked about it before. How you're questioning like, okay, this is his time, and when we did our picks, I was like, nah, Son of Irish has this. He always delivers, and I have no doubt that he's going to win. So
I took Gigi Ray because I couldn't go against the money team. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
That explains more with your love of Johnny Manziel. So
yeah, exactly.
You probably love Floyd Mayweather too.
Not necessarily. I'm not a big boxing person. I don't really have
just because he's all about the money.
But I mean, he did knock out the Big Show, so that is. So I gotta go with that. Just another hot start to an LPW show. Like you said, Son of Irish. At some point, I know he's the challenge champion, and I'm just throwing this into the ether because why not? At some point, he's the challenge champion. I would like to see him go for the grand championship. I'd like to see him get in the mix there. Maybe we do just just a champion versus champion match just for funsies.
Is there an LPW option C, where you give up your championship to get a title shot?
Wake up, Spencer. We need answers. I know he's probably still sleeping because that was a lot to do last night. And I can't say that we blame him. He deserves for his rest. But when you see this, Spencer, is there an option C? Is there an option L, like LPW? Like, what would you call it? Like, challenge accepted. Is there an accepted? I don't know. We got to come up with a good name for that, but we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Because that would add another wrinkle to things. Because I mean, Zoe has so many different challenges right now, and just imagine if Son of Irish stepped up to the plate too. Because I mean, Irish has delivered in and out every single time. So, I mean, could be a very formidable opponent for Zoe.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm trying to go in order, so I'm looking at the card again. Yeah, okay, there it is. There, yeah. We had the tag team of Reloaded debuting versus your guy Levi Knight and Casey Fiera. I don't want to butcher his name. Yeah, Fiera. Come up with an idea / home and bring it to the table, or name and bring it to the table. Ophelia, that's what I do. I throw a lot of things at Spencer in terms of booking decisions. When we were feuding with the Rads, I had always joked that it would have been super funny to like play our intro music on Beards and then do the Jinder Mahal, like, Randy, we're up here. Hey Rich, it's us, and then he gets like rolled up for a pin. I don't think Spencer liked that idea. We would not do that to our friends in the Reds.
No, because they have had a change of heart, and you see it out there. I mean,
so have we.
Yeah, so it's nice to see everybody getting along. I'm glad we had that little round table.
It was a good time, a little peace summit for the Beards. Yes. Reloaded are so much fun, and that's exactly what I was gonna say, Ophelia. I've never seen Reloaded until today. This was their debut in LPW.
Oh, they're so good.
They are super fun to be talented. They meshed really well. They meshed really well with Levi and Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying? Yeah, I want to make sure I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I thought this was another. Again, you're going to hear that throughout my time here on LPW. It was a fun match. It was a good time. This whole card. I don't ever have a bad time at LPW shows. So if you're watching this and you've never caught one, head over to Twitch right now. Love Wrestling CA on Twitch.tv. And watch it. It's up right now. It's ready. It's there. All of them are. That's
a constant with LPW, though, is, I mean, you're getting matches that deliver in and out every time. I mean, you're not getting just a throwaway match on there. There's reasons for everything. Everyone that takes a part in these matches, I mean, they bring it every single time. So, I mean, you had 3 debuts for Love Pro Wrestling last night with Reloaded and Casey Ferrara. And I mean, I'm excited to watch this match just to see just the kind of show that they put on.
And I got to say, Levi Knight's got some serious good dance moves.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wish I could move like that. But I can't. I can't do it. I'll hurt myself. I'll pull something. This is Pluggo will judge me with her judgy eyes.
No, she won't. Oh, stop it.
She absolutely would. As I just spilling stuff over here. Hold on. Now we're having. All right. I don't want to.
So, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
What? How did the finish come to be?
Reloaded got the win. It was a hard finish, man. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't exactly remember move for move the finish, but I know Reloaded got the win. But they fought. They got some time, and it was a good match. I had thought Levi Knight and Casey Ferrara were going to pull this one out. Like, I really did. And then Reloaded comes in and gets the W. And they were just all over the place. Like Philly said, they were just so much fun. I hope they're as fun in person as they felt like they were as fun in the ring.
They are very nice people. I will say that much.
You've met them. Yeah, there you go.
I've had them both on the show. I ran into them when Dynamite was in Winnipeg, and had a little chat with them the night before, and they were great. So, I mean,
it's funny. This is one of the 2 matches we agreed on in our picks.
And now I'm going to throw this out there.
But I think you won, by the way.
Oh, I know I did. I trounced you last night.
Listen, it is hard. It is hard for me to pick LPW shows because all of these people, I love them dearly and I consider them friends and I grow attached to these people. It's like picking my kids.
But I'm the one who took heat yesterday from Mars, so
I took heat from Thaddeus.
So now I got to apologize to Mars.
That was the first time we ever made picks that a wrestler was like, "F you."
But you didn't pick him either.
I didn't. But Mars and I are cool.
Wow.
Thaddeus blew me up though and told me he was
Good.
disappointed in me. Rich King praised me for picking him.
I know.
I said, "Hey,
So-
I told you I had that journalistic integrity thing."
Now, I want to throw this out there. Does Love Pro Wrestling have one of the best tag team divisions right now?
I would think so. I was gonna talk about that. We can just talk about the triple threat. I know that didn't necessarily come next, but yeah, we had that triple threat tag match for the #1 contendership with Clandestine Society, the Rads, and Seven, and then you throw in, you got really over here that got a big win. Levi Knight, Case Ferry with Sean Moore and Michael Richard, Alan Clark as well. Paralera's your champions. Like, yeah, it's a loaded tag team division, and I appreciate that Love Wrestling is putting an emphasis on the tag team division over there. That's nice. Hot tag. Definitely. It's not just a clever name.
No, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. But yeah, I was thinking about that because I was thinking about, and I don't want to spoil the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to spoil the idea on air and have somebody steal it, so I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But it gave me ideas. We'll
gossip later.
We'll gossip like little schoolgirls later. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no. So on top of that, like I said, it wasn't next, but since we brought it up, we might as well dive into it. Obviously at LPW 17 you had just the melees, and 16 there was a I mean, these three teams do not get along, plain and simple. They just don't have, they don't mix. It's a vibe. They're always fighting, they're always beat, and they went back in the tag team division. So you had the Rads with Larry Wood and Rich King, Clandestine Society, Michael Richard Blaze and Stephen Crow, and Seven with TJ Cannon and Marge the Specialist, vying for an opportunity to go after Paralera. Because Paralera is not making any friends, by the way. They're definitely not making any friends. So all these teams have a legitimate beef with them, and they've got to be. It's a thing, and we'll get into that here at the end of the show. So yeah, triple threat, banger alert, friends. We need to put the graphic in the StreamYard so we can just push the button. But you can do it.
Banger alert.
Woo, woo, woo! See, we can do it on the fly, but you know. So yeah, this was a great triple threat. You had taken the Clandestine Society, and I took the Rads. TJ ripping up. Oh yeah, ripping up the sign is my new favorite thing. Yeah, so they enter in and they're looking at There's a couple people ripping up signs. Didn't Sheik Shabazz ripped up one as well, I believe? Like, come on, guys. People put their hard-earned effort into those signs. Why are we
just healing it up?
Yeah, why are we doing that? Those poor kids. The kids made those signs with their glitter and their sequin beads and their like sparkles, and people are just tearing them up. But yeah. So I was rooting for the Rads. I just thought my rationale in that pick was simple. The Rads have been taking some L's lately, and I thought here's a chance that maybe the Clandestine Society and Seven kind of cancel each other out, and the Rads can get in there and get a win and get back into the title picture, as they had said that that's their main focus, is to get some more gold back. But no, that did not happen. Clandestine Society with the W. I was a little surprised. I got to be completely honest with you. Because, you know, MRB's got that big match coming up next month against Speedball Mike Bailey. I thought maybe he'd be focused, but he's a professional. He's a pro. But I thought maybe, you know, that's a big match. Maybe he's got his mind set on that somewhere else. Maybe just you never can factor in what you're going to see in a triple threat. So there was a lot. Ben Omen was getting involved. Thad was getting involved. They both got booted at one point for being just absolute buffoons towards each other. They're not in person, but just they were fighting with each other. So Stuart Garvey gave him the old heave ho.
Ben Omen's fit was next level. I think
it was.
I think, as the kids say, he has the Riz.
He has the Riz and the drip. Yeah. He's the drip king.
Yeah. Ben Omen is the new drip king.
Listen, if Thad's listening, he'll yell at me for saying this, but I've come around to Ben's look. I like it. Not to say Thad's not the sharpest dressed guy in LPW, but Ben is like, it's neck and neck. That drip is, I mean, hey. Okay. Breaking news.
Like
Pluggo likes Ben Omen's drip.
Just waiting for him to rock a Sun Ice jacket, and I'll be set. Like, that outfit is top tier.
That's a great question, Ophelia, that I was, because if I'm not mistaken, Ophelia, and I don't know how it plays in the arena for you, if you can hear a lot of what Boris is saying, but our boy Big Bad Boris was saying like this was for a shot at the LPW Tag Championships next month. I don't know if maybe he misquoted it. I don't know. He will be pulling double duty. I'm not sure yet. That'll be for the powers to be to announce throughout the card. But hey, if they decide to let this, go at LPW 20 and just having, Clandestine Society, waiting in the weeds, so to speak, knowing that anytime they could cash in the opportunity, sure, I'd do that too.
I was under the impression,
but I mean, MRB did wrestle 8 hours once, so he could do it.
Yeah. If anyone could, he could. But I was under the impression that it was going to be TFA and Stephen Crow, the Rhinestone Cowboy. But
yes, so
I was also thinking that maybe Clandestine Society is going to operate under like Freebird rules.
Maybe. Well, see, and that's where I was going to kind of try to, as we went down the card, because MRB cuts a promo at the end of the show, but it was MRB and Crow who won the match. TFA was in the scramble. And then MRB cuts a promo at the end of the show, basically just like, what's going on here? Everybody's fighting and arguing. And he had mentioned that TFA and Stephen Crow were going to become tag champions. So I was interested. Is he just giving that spot to TFA because he already has a match? Or that's an interesting thing. That's a development, right? Like that gives me, like, I want to know why.
Yes.
I mean, I get you already have a match. Don't get me wrong. Speedball Bailey's absolutely amazing, but why wouldn't you want tag team gold? Or are you gonna freebird it? Nobody's freebirded it yet at LPW.
I would love to see that,
but you could
dynamic
with all of these. So yeah, that's Nope, Spencer said it was just a number one contenders match as well. Right. Okay, so yeah, Spencer said that in the arena. Boris said that, and I thought maybe I misheard. It's possible. My ears don't work. Ask Mrs. Pluggo. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how that all shakes out. But if it's TFA and Stephen Crow versus Paralera, I'm down for that. But if it's, MRB and Crow at a later date, I'm down with that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options. At LPW. Speaking of which, and we just mentioned it, you had the scramble match for the LPW Scramble Championship. Let me pull up the names here on the card. We had TFA take on Jack Pride, Reed Matthews, T.Y. Jackson, El Asano, and Jared Rogers.
The wily veteran.
Take it, affiliate. I love you, but she just tweeted out breaking news: Pluggo likes Ben Owens drip. She's got to break the scoops. That's what she's here for, the scoops for days. So
He has the Riz. He has the Riz.
He's got the Riz. As my kids have tried to explain to me what that is, and it's really funny. Like my teenage daughter asking, like, "Does this guy got Riz or not?" And she's like, "Nah, he ain't got no Riz." And I'm like, "How do you know that,
bruh?"
She tells me that I got no Riz, and I'm like, "I got all the Riz because I'm married. I've already won."
Is it because you're mid? Has she said that?
I think so. I think she thinks I'm mid. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Their dad's a bum. They're like, teenagers like.
You're doing too much.
I guess apparently. I don't know. I need to do less.
Mid, bro.
Do less.
Do less.
Do less, bro. So you get more. Do less, you get more Riz. You do too much, you have no Riz.
Yeah.
What? Anyway, this scramble match, I gotta say, might be the outcome. I wasn't down with, because I ride or die with TFA. Like, that's my girl for the third beard in the bunch. So I picked TFA, and I think she got absolutely hosed there at the end by my guy Thad. But I will say this. It was this thing was all over the place. And Boris did the best he could. He was like, I don't know how I'm going to keep up with everything going on here. And he sure as hell did.
I just want to point out that this is one of my favorite things ever now.
Is that true?
Because if that actually happened, it's, the wheels are moving.
I'm I'm gonna rewatch the match and see if you can pick it up on the audio, and we'll clip it.
Because the wily veteran is here to stay. Jared Rogers is here to stay.
Jared Rogers is just
the wily veteran.
I'm not kidding, Jared. If you're watching, come on to For Exposure. We want to have you on. The wily veteran.
Yeah, 100%.
My God, I love that guy. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so talented. He's so much fun. But he's
very smooth in the ring.
Yeah, for being such a wily veteran.
Very crisp,
making towns.
Yeah, he's not cutting any corners.
No. It's funny, like in the chat last night. I was in the Twitch chat, and he is teaming up with TFA. They were aligning at one point to take out, I can't remember who, and then he immediately like turns on TFA, and Zach was like, "Not cool, man, not cool." And I go, "That's a wily veteran move right there. That's smart. He knows what he's doing."
Yeah.
Wordsmith, my friend, how are you? Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and lizards alike. Wordsmith is a wonderful individual. How are you? Uh-oh. And we got Lawrence in the house. Lawrence, what's up, brother?
What's up, Lawrence?
Lawrence is the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Mm-hmm.
If you watched LPW 17 last night during intermission, you saw
18.
Lawrence 18, 17, 18, 19. I can count. You saw, I'm sure it was on 17 as well, but then in the intermissions, Lawrence taking a stunner from superstar Shane Hawk. So he was on the LPW card officially. He was working. Talk about wily veteran Lawrence.
Yeah.
There you go.
Lawrence is making the towns.
Dude, he's making the towns, working, doing the jobs, getting that.
The 40-mile vet.
Oh, he's on his way to get his hair did. I expect selfies to be had. And I will hit the smash on the love button on those.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What do you get? What are you getting? Like a mohawk? Maybe you're gonna part it over to the side.
A pompadour.
You're gonna shave it all off. Bald is beautiful. Oh yeah, see, bald is beautiful. I'm not bald, but my hairline does go back. I do have a big forehead. My senior yearbook photo. Speaking of old photos of Pluggo, my senior yearbook photo, it looks like I got a 5 head. I've got the spiky hair, and I'm just complete baby face Pluggo.
My yearbook quote, I remember it said "Foley is God" because I am a huge nerd.
There we go. Lawrence is getting my face on the side of his head like the Nike logo. With the phrase, just Pluggo it.
Just Pluggo.
Just Pluggo it. Pluggalo, as they've been calling me on Thursday nights. Oh, jeez. All right. Let's keep on pushing. We got to keep on pushing.
We had the tag.
But no, I was going to say yes.
Oh, sorry.
Spoiler alert to the scramble match. TFA buckle bomb, or what did he call it? He slingshot power bomb off the turnbuckle. I believe it was. I don't think it was Jared. It might have been. God, I'm really bad at this. No, it was Jared. Jared, and then Thad holds her in the corner. Jack Pride sneaks in, gets the 1, 2, 3, stays your Scott Ramble champion, which rightfully so. I like Jack Pride too. It's tough, but I ride or die with TFA, and I think you got to. You can't disrespect. She was cleanly shaved, by the way, fresh shave. She didn't have a beard, which I want her to come out. That's my one thing I want an LPW. It's her to come out in a beard one time, wrestle in a beard.
I think I picked Jack, didn't I?
You did pick Jack, so you're a commanding lead right now. Then
was it a clean sweep?
Yes. No. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It wasn't even close. I went complete opposite of you the entire card. We agreed on 2 matches. That was it. The rest we split on. Real cool. We'll talk about the tag team champions.
Yep.
Parallel get it done against Sean Moore and Michael Richard Allen Clark. And another good match, another hard hitting affair. Sean and Mark should know better as being veterans in this game. You don't prematurely celebrate a tag team championship victory. They took the belts beginning of the match and held them up like they were the champs. and we're celebrating a little bit with him. And I think the overconfidence came back to bite him.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
It's possible.
But Parallear is on a run right now. But again, this tag team division, like you said, it's becoming like the Son of Irish thing, where it's like, it's the next challenger. It's just constantly going up because they've got some tough sledding ahead of them for Parallear, but Barak Arani and Sheik Shabazz, they could do it. But they stay your LPW tag team champions, and their night was not done. Okay. So now we're at the 2 matches left of the night. We've got, where's it at? Who am I missing? Where to go? Where to go? Oh my God. Or did I already talk about him? No. We already talked about him. We're at the main event. We talked about because we jumped and talked about the triple threat early when we just lumped it all the tag teams. So we're at the main event of the night, and I'm going to let you take this one because you had some interesting thoughts.
Let's just throw this out there right now. Zoe Sager and Travis Williams. Banger alert.
Woo, woo, woo. Absolutely.
Because those two, Zoe Sager is one of the top wrestlers in Canada, without a doubt. And Travis Williams is absolutely phenomenal in the ring. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if it's West Coast, East Coast, Central. He delivers in and out every time. And the chemistry these two had, this match was so fucking smooth. Mm-hmm. Wow, was it good. Oh, I love this match.
I was going to say the similar sentiment. So with Zoe Sager's title run, obviously the narrative has been she can't get it done without Reed. She can't get it done without Reed. That has been the narrative, yada, yada, yada. Now, Reed did get involved last night. Of course he did. He always does. That's what he does. But it was almost very minimal. Like, this was a lot of like, don't sleep on Zoe Sager. She's not just like a paper champion. Like, she's legit. She can go. Because there was the great chunk of this match was just her and Travis one-on-one beating the crap out of each other. Reed stayed pretty much neutral for most of the match.
You didn't see him till later on in the match.
Please book that. Yes. Yeah. Speedball versus Zoe, Lawrence saying, I would watch that. And that's what I saw
later on. So.
That's what I noticed. I was like, okay, because maybe there was this kind of sense of pride in this particular matchup with Travis Williams, because he talked to me about, he was Zoe Sager at one point where he was brash, he was arrogant, he was cocky, and maybe she thought, no, I'll show you. But then, of course, Reed does get involved when, he needs to. He earned his paycheck last night with a clubbing blow at the end for Zoe to seal the win. But had that not happened, we're talking just absolute classic. Mm-hmm. Like, I kept still. Like, that's a match that I suggest everybody go back and they rewatch it or watch it for the first time because it was so good, so smooth. But Zoe leaves 19 as your LPW brand champion. Before the match, TY and Ben came out trying to get a championship match, and the crowd is chanting TY is our champ. Mm-hmm. Spencer does not give him the title shot, but tells him he can have. Well, no, but then TY asks for Reed Matthews at 19, so we'll get Reed Matthews versus TY Jackson at LPW 19. So that'll be fun.
Now, I want to throw this out there. This is wild speculation, because
reckless spec.
Yeah, you're seeing, you've got the Clandestine Society. You're seeing Seven. You see, the Rads. You see Zoe and Reed partnered up. Like everyone has someone else's back. Now, hey, Travis has friends. Do you think we see some of them show up?
Oh, and that's
throwing it out there.
Yeah.
He does have history with a lot of wrestlers. He has history with, Nicole Matthews, history with Artemis Spencer, so maybe we see one of them show up to help even the odds a little bit.
Yeah, because if you're Travis Williams, you've got a legitimate gripe as to what happened there. Yeah. I mean, just like TY. Yeah, TY had me in a glass case of emotion yesterday. That promo he got begging for the match, saying he needed it. TY sold me a ticket. Yeah, I would love to see, because Travis had mentioned in the LPW show that interview that I did with him, go subscribe to our Patreon right now for more exclusive stuff, like that interview. That, you know, he does have friends, and if push comes to shove, he might have to call a few.
So I know nothing about what's planned or, you know, the future, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, and if anybody thinks that we've got the scoops, just look at the picks I made yesterday. I didn't get a single match right out of the tag matches.
If I had a broom easily available, I would pull it out and
I didn't get a single match right. I went over on all my picks except for the ones we agreed on. You got them all right. Maybe you do have scoops. Maybe this is all a play. But yeah, so TY, and then of course, is Adam Pearce running LPW? Because there's zero control in that locker room. People are just running wild. Spencer needs to rein it in, because you had the match finish, then you had 7 came out.
Yep.
Jumped the Clandestine Society. The Rads came out. They get jumped. Paralira shows up. It's just a melee at the end. Everybody's in the ring. They're all fighting. And then MRB. Nobody's running LPW. You saw at the end. Yeah. Where was Spencer at the end of the show breaking up this melee that ensued? What were you doing, Spenny?
Well, I mean,
he was probably mad that I blew the budget.
Lawrence is the lawyer. Maybe there needs to be a Love Wrestling head of security.
Maybe we need it. Yeah, who would be the Love Wrestling head? You could be our head of security. You got those guns that you show off every once in a while.
But
you know, I don't.
No, because I don't want Mars to be more mad at me.
When I used to be a bouncer at a bar, so security at a bar in my younger days, I used to tell people that were acting a fool, don't make me go get the other guy. Like, I'm nice compared to this guy. This guy's an MMA fighter. He wants to snap your neck. He's looking for a fight. I just want to get home. So, like, be good, or I'll go get that guy.
Did you work at the bar from Roadhouse?
No.
Because that's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining just a small town American bar like that.
No, it was. No, I don't live in a small town. I live in a pretty decent area.
Maybe it was a time in your life when you did.
Maybe I didn't. I didn't realize it. Tacular saying how much Mars gives off Juice Robinson vibes. Yeah, I could see that. PR Doc, that's he definitely has the facial expressions and the look. So yeah, Mars the specials, or is that Reed Matthews? I don't know. Anyway, to cap off LPW 18. So MRB basically, like, it felt like Dad was coming out just disappointed and being like, at first he was like, all this chaos, something switched. He's calling out Zoe for her attitude. He's saying everybody needs to get their shit together. But at LPW 19, he's taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. He's gonna do this for the fans. It was like a Dad's gonna scold us a little bit, but also do a killer promo where he's putting everybody over, and he put over the fans at LPW. And he did say, and this is where we got confused. Early on, he did say TFA, Stephen Crow, are going to become tag champions at next month's show. So we'll see. To clarify, I am B2B's lawyer. Doing LPW would cost Spencer extra. You're damn right.
I just had this thought after you said MRB came out like a disappointed dad. If there's an LPW Halloween show, I hope the Rads come out dressed as dads.
Yeah, the dads.
DADZ, wearing like white New Balances, jorts with their polo shirts tucked in.
Oh, I would vibe with that, dude. I'm a dad, so I'd vibe with it. But yeah, he basically was just, everybody, we got to, what's going on? Something has changed. Like, everybody's fighting, yada, yada, yada. So expect some changes at LPW. It sounds like MRB is going to start with Speedball Mike Bailey next month, and the Rads are the Rads, the dads. Yep, there you go. Rads to dads. I don't know if any of them have kids, but if they do, that would be like a cool, like, Tales from the Undercard, from Rads to dads, and then you could that would be something. Do they would the Rads freebird a kid? Like, is this like a 4? Like, would all 4 of them just parent? Like, is it 4 dads?
this isn't 3 men and a baby.
3 men and a baby. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Four rads and a baby. I would watch that. Don't act like you wouldn't watch that. It'd be a great sitcom.
Hey, just for you, I fell asleep to Superbad the other night. So
hell yeah. Hell yeah! I want some road beers.
Wicca, fake ID.
All right. Now, do you have tidbits this week, Blair? Because before, I think you should knock those out, and then we can talk about GCW and Prestige and call it a day.
Yeah, we got to pay bills first. You want to do
that? No, we don't. Not today.
We don't? No?
Not
okay.
today.
Oh, wow.
Not today that I was informed of. I think that is ended. But if it hasn't, we'll do it next week. But I think
making sure. Okay, I got a few tidbits. Not as much.
Well, we got RK Athletics, man. RK Athletics 1 on Twitter for all your fitness needs.
It's a little bit of a slower week, but I do have a few tidbits. So October 30th, Republic of Lucha just announced a show, and it's called Republic of Lucha 666. I'm going to get it wrong, but it's La Noche de Walpurgis. I'm just assuming Walpurgis is like the Waluigi version of wrestling, like
there you go.
Takeshita got announced for that. Republic of Lucha, it's Phoenix and Penta's promotion down in California. Yeah. They do outdoor shows. They're a lot of fun. So we got that. And I'm just throwing this out there because you're starting to see it, but Ultimo Dragon is doing a whole bunch of like indie shows. He's doing one in Fargo. He's doing a Canadian tour with CWE.
Very cool.
So yeah, that is actually pretty damn rad.
You said it.
The last two I got. First Wrestling is doing the Mall of America show, and they announced one match so far. And it's a Lucha Libre Fatal 4-Way with Arez, Vikingo, Aramis, and Gringo Loco.
Very cool.
So that'd be kind of cool to see in the Mall of America. And they also are doing a fan fest. I think it's the day of or the day before. Tons of people are being announced for it. Vikingo, Effie, Medusa, Brian Keith. So if you want to go to the Mall of America, maybe do a little vacay. There are some tickets still available. You can check out the fan fest. It's a incredible experience, so definitely check it out. And that's all I got for tidbits this week, unfortunately.
Light serving of the tidbits. Philia saying, since you're all friends now, she's going to send that idea over to the Rads. I love it. Pluggo Larry is your father. Okay, I wonder what Lumberjack Larry being your dad is like. I mentioned between First and Time Bomb, I'm going to be working so much damn overtime for mask-related reasons. Hell yeah. But hopefully that pays off for you.
I hope Ray gets one of them Ultimo masks.
Oh, we have a super chat from our boy Tom. First time catching the show live. Nothing but love. Tom, nothing but love for you.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Tom Talks Rubbish, you need to get familiar. The dude does amazing interviews with amazing people such as Blair.
Yes, and I think that's coming out later.
And me, fall. I've done one too. So, I've done two Tom Talks Rubbish's interviews. I'm special.
It's funny because Tom asks, he asked me a couple bucket list things, and I gave him a couple guests that I want to do and a couple other bucket list type things, and I'm like, well, there's potential for this to happen. So fingers crossed.
What? I thought I was your bucket list.
You are my bucket list.
I was gonna say, what else could? Yes, Philly. We love Tom. Tom, you're the best. You're the man. I hope all is well for you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I gotta stop pushing buttons. I'm having issues.
I'm gonna start doing all the comments now because you're just throwing them up willy nilly.
Yeah, that's why they don't let me do that on Thursday nights.
Apparently. Oh, Tom Talks Rubbish does some incredible stuff, some amazing interviews. So definitely check out his stuff.
Yeah. So after here, go to Tom Talks Rubbish on YouTube and scroll through. He's got some bangers, as they say.
Yeah.
Tom, you're the best. You're the best. Okay. So, question before we dive into GCW: is that GCW Australian show tonight, or was it last night? Because it's Australia. It says it says the 26th at 7 p.m. on Fight Plus, but is that because technically today's the 27th in Australia.
I thought it was last night, but I could be mistaken.
So I'm gonna put a complete disclaimer out. I haven't seen it because I wasn't sure if it was. We need Josh Robinson, our resident Australian, to come on and tell me about time. Because I know, like, when he comes on Beard, sometimes it's Friday morning for him. So that was last night. Okay, so then I did not catch that, so we won't talk about it. But I think that'll be on my viewing this weekend.
We're gonna hire Ophelia to be our manager, so we get all of our facts straight, our fact checker.
You remember Dana Brooke when she was the statistician? That's what Ophelia could be our. She was like the statistician for the primetime players. She would do like, yeah. So we'll hire Ophelia to be our factician. Oh wait, yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah. Wait, no, I'm saying today. If you're right now, if you're in the States, Australia, it's the 27th. It's not the 26th. Like they're a day ahead of us, or like 12 hours ahead of us, or whatever it may be. Time zone things. So when I was on Fight Plus this morning, it said the 26th at 7 p.m. But you and I both know, Blair, that if you show up at a show that they say it's 8 p.m., but it's actually 11 because they're in LA.
There was a show that already happened. So
okay, it already happened. Yeah, then last night. Okay, see our status, our factician. Is that a factitian? Factitian. What is the technical term for Ophelia's new position here?
So I think there's 3 days of shows. So it had 25th, 26th, 27th. So I think there is a show tonight and tomorrow as well. So
all right. So go watch some GCW this weekend. But Homecoming, we'll do some quick thoughts on Homecoming. We won't go match by match, but we can just go bangers of the card. And I think you can't talk Homecoming from last weekend without discussing the Deathmatch Busters.
Mm-hmm.
What an amazing entrance. They got the Ghostbusters mobile. What's that called?
The Ecto something or other.
They had a song made. They made a song up called who are you gonna call?
Ecto 1, I think it is.
The Ecto 1. It came out in Ghostbusters gear. Talking about how they weren't going to do deathmatch wrestling tonight. They were going to do sports entertainment matches and then proceed to get sliced up like pizzas.
It was a very bloody affair.
It was such a spectacle. Yeah.
That is the best way to say it, a spectacle.
Such a spectacle. It was fantastic. Yes, one of my favorite entrances as well. And yes, she said the actual. See, we need Ophelia to she's our statistician.
Yeah,
it is what it is. She's hired for all shows that I'm on because I don't know anything.
I thoroughly enjoyed the dog collar match.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was also a bloody affair.
Yep, I mean, seeing it like with the amount of matches nowadays and like the options out there to do things that are creative and different, it's tough. But they managed to find one using the whatever that thing is, the
scissor lift,
you know. So
I've been on one of those are wild.
Yeah, I hope you use proper OSHA safety regulations.
I did.
Okay, that's good.
Believe it or not, there's not a ton of proper OSHA safety regulations for being on top of one of those, but I definitely have. They get kind of sketchy when I don't know, man. Not for me. I'll say it's not for me, but I have to use them every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. So, what else did you from Homecoming? Because I mean, the Commander Dragon match was fun. Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. I told you at the pre-show. Yep. I got beef.
Yep.
I got beef, Cyclope. Oh. Don't get me wrong. That match was fun. Thrusty and Los Macisos. Good time.
Yeah.
But why? Since we started calling you out on this program, when we started asking what's in the backpack, you've stopped wearing the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking it as a personal shot to us here at For Exposure that you've decided to stop wearing the backpack ever since we started asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Cyclope. What the hell, man?
The people want to know.
We want to know. Lawrence said that he knows, but he won't tell us because, But what's in the backpack, and why have you stopped wearing the backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because we said something? Help us out, man.
Is it because we noticed?
Yeah, slide into our DMs because I missed the backpack.
You know what? Open invite for Cyclope to come on here.
Yeah, the door is always open.
Yeah,
I should send him the link weekly, being like, come on and tell us.
I still want to know what he's listening to in those headphones. So
that too, but the backpack, yeah. What the heck, man? Where is the backpack? Maybe he lost it. I know. He's got Bon Jovi in his backpack?
Yeah. No, he's got Bon Jovi in his headphones.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, did he just stuff Bon Jovi in a backpack? Or
no.
That would be weird.
That's ludicrous.
That is.
And I don't mean he has Ludacris in his backpack either.
Maybe he's listening to Ludacris.
He probably is.
Maybe he's listening to what's another good one? Because they were in New Jersey. Maybe they listen to Census Fail. They're from New Jersey. Yeah. Who knows?
He's probably listening to DJ Pauly D.
There you go, Jersey Shore stuff. There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say that's where they were, but I digress. I just got to know what's up with the backpack. Where did it go? But that match was fun for me. I had a good time with that. Rina Yamashita's match was cool. And then, of course, Tony Deppen and Alex Zane. You can't not talk about how fun that was.
I was going to say Tony Deppen and Braden Toon was so much fun.
Yeah, from night two.
From night two, yeah.
Yeah, because Deppen at the last minute pulled double duty. Mm-hmm. They announced his night 2 match like the day of, so his flight must have got canceled or something, or he was just like, no, I'll do 2.
So should we
anything from night 2 other than that? I mean, Masha and Blake Christian, of course, is always going to be on the top of my list.
Yeah, I got like I mentioned, Dragon Kid and Commander. I enjoyed just seeing that. It was a fun watch. It was the Depp and Toon match was a blow-away for me. I thought Toon looked incredible in the ring, doing some different moves that you're not expecting. So it was good. I had a lot of fun. Very good. Yeah. So GCW is on a bit of a big week. So if you're a GCW fan, you can watch. If you haven't already watched Homecoming, check out Homecoming. Then they have the JCW show on that Sunday as well. And then this weekend it looks like they've got 3 shows. So. Yeah, so I mean, we've got to figure out next week's schedule for what we're going to do, but we can take the time to run down the Prestige card for anyone who's interested in checking. Yes, we'll do that. That looks like a fun time. Another banger. TV, yeah. You could just replay the Banger Alert clip over almost every single one of these matches because you got Ray Phoenix versus Ray Horus. If we did that, do you think Prestige would block us if we just took every tweet that they did about this card and just said Banger Alert? Yes. You think so? Yes. I think people are already muting me for the amount of times I use it. So don't say that. I don't. Surprised. I turn the volume up. Yeah. We got Sonico versus Alan Angels. Nice. A Shun Skywalker versus Kevin Blackwood. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, please. That's piquing my interest. Steph DeLander versus Amira. Okay, yeah. Zaya Brookside versus Killer Kelly. Nice. I like Killer Kelly. I do like Killer Kelly a lot. Yeah. I always felt bad for her in WWE because they still called her Killer Kelly in NXT. And I was like, the second she gets called up, they're not going to call her Killer Kelly anymore. They're going to change her name. And then she left, and now she's on the Indies just absolutely killing it. So yeah. There's a 3-way tag match between Guardians of the Squared Circle, which is Jaden and Kid Bandit, facing off against Creature Double Feature, Drexel and Ravenous Randy Myers, facing off against the All City Assault Brigade, which is Chris Brady and Ethan HD. We have a singles match between Matt Cardona versus the artist formerly known as Tyler Breeze. Oh, yeah. And these 2 matches, I'm going to throw it out there, have Banger Alert written all over them. Woo, woo, woo. We have for the Prestige Tag Team titles, it's a TLC match between Midnight Heat and C4. And the Prestige title match is the champion Alex Shelley defending against Chris Sabin.
Ooh,
so that's a ridiculous good card.
Oh, you're going to put them against each other. I'm sure they do that a lot more than I'm probably thinking. But just when you hear it, I'm like, oh, they're wrestling each other.
And I can only imagine the chemistry that they've developed for being like tied to each other for almost 20 years.
Right. I was going to say that they probably know each other better than, they know themselves, that pun that everybody says, but literally they probably do, considering you spend every day with that person for the most part. Heck yeah. That's a card. Prestige is killing it. Independent wrestling is killing it. You're killing that. What is that? A beer?
That was a Coke Zero, my friend.
You chugging beers at 10 a.m.? Let's go, baby.
Chugging a Guinness at 9 10 in the morning.
Getting ready for Notre Dame football, baby.
Yeah, because, Johnny Manziel. Woo!
Woo! It's funny when sometimes when Notre Dame would play overseas, this is one that they're playing overseas, but the game time's actually at a decent hour. It would be like at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. start time, and you would just have people just at the bars already in South Bend just crushing. It's like, guys, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to go to the bar.
No, not at all.
But it is what it is. But yes, that was the week that was. What a fun time. LPW is riding into LPW 19, hotter than ever. There was a lot to unpack yesterday. So we probably didn't do the review justice, but we also kind of by design don't do those reviews by complete justice because we want you to go check those out. Go to the Twitch right now. Check out the full show. It was a good time. Stay tuned to the Love Wrestling social media pages as well, because Spencer will cut and edit those matches and put them out, and they are awesome, and he does a great job. So if you are not on the LPW bandwagon, there's plenty of room to get on.
Hop on.
Just hop on.
Yeah. So
that was a pretty good plug. That was a pretty good
that was good, man.
Yeah, because I'm still fired up from the Cyclope, not bringing the backpack out anymore.
Not cool, Cyclope.
Not cool, bro. We were one of your friends. We were one of your fans. We were one of your people. We had your back, and then you took the backpack away from us.
You can still rectify this, Cyclope.
Yeah, just bring it back. That's all right. Just bring it back. Don't make this weird, Cyclope.
So
don't make this weird. Just bring it back. Come
on. Anyway, I guess I'll do my stuff first, or you want to do your stuff first?
If you go, then I go. Then you kick us out of here.
Okay.
We'll figure this out eventually.
I mean, you can find me here every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to figure something out because I have to work my shoot job. So stay tuned to the socials to find out when we will have the show. We got a couple things kicking. So just
before exposed.
Stay tuned.
Pod on Twitter. We'll let you know.
Yeah, so stay tuned. But besides that, you can find me up on Twitter or all social media at Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast. That is my main source of interaction. So take a look for me there. Just dropped a podcast with a buddy of mine, Jay's Retro. We just took a look at All In because that's this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's tomorrow morning. So look for me there. And then I'm just working on the September guest list. So we recorded a Greed review, which will be dropping sometime. I'm not sure when yet. Maybe this week, maybe next week.
That's time sensitive, man. That pay-per-view, people are going to forget about it.
Yeah, right. Where can they find you, my friend?
Oh, well, you can find me here with you on Saturday mornings or doing this thing on For Exposure. You can find me Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Between Two Beards with my buddy JPJ. We have a fun show over there. We have a guest this week. I may or may not be on time. Son starts college football. He does college football. He starts high school football. So he's got a game on Thursday. So I'm going to hustle home and hopefully make the show on time. But if not, we've got somebody to fill in. I'm not sure who yet. JPJ's got that tight-lipped. So it should be a good time. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And you can find me at Pluggo on all social medias, Pluggo_ on Twitter because somebody has my name, but everywhere else is just Pluggo. So boom.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us here on For Exposure, available on Love Wrestling. Check out the Patreon for some incredible great stuff. Check out the other great shows.
Hey! He finally woke up while we were live, and we are just at the tail end. Mike from Indeed.
Thanks, Mike.
Boys! Good morning, Mike. How are you? Thanks for hopping in.
Yeah, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thanks. We got to do
it still counts. Totally still counts. We love you, Mike. You'll see him tomorrow on the brunch gimmick.
I don't.
We're still working. I guess Love Wrestling is still. We're still working out what we want to do because tomorrow during the brunch gimmick, All In is on. So we're gonna figure that out here.
I know I won't be around. I'll be parked my butt on the couch watching All In. So, but stay tuned to the Love Wrestling social medias for updates on everything like that. Thank you very much for watching For Exposure and joining us on this Saturday morning. Take care. Oh, I gotta wait. Okay, hold on. Let me cue up there we go. Take care. Peace in the streets.
Much love, everyone.